Thanks for joining. Good evening once again. So,
Good
today we
evening.
are going to introduce you to one very interesting competition where all of you can also participate. And it's a international competition, it's a global competition. That means there will be students or learners across the world. That means you are getting a stage to participate in a global platform. That means whatever you are learning today or whatever you have been learning over the past weeks, you get an excellent opportunity to showcase whatever you know with the people around the world. And another bonus, in case if your creation is excellent, then you will also get to win an interesting prize. We will figure out what that is. Let me hand it over to Vasu, who is with Raspberry Pi Foundation India. She takes care of Raspberry Pi Foundation activities here in India.
Sir, I've not created anything.
So I am recording the session. Don't worry, in case if you are not able to listen, I will share the recording on YouTube so you can listen at your convenience. So please bear with us. We will get going because we are running against time.
Sir,
Over
so
to
does
you.
this competition even include Scratch or is it only Raspberry Pi?
Tarang, that is what this session is about. We are going to tell you the full details. You have to please hold your questions. Once we say now you can ask questions, you can ask. First, you
Yes,
can. We
sir.
will give all the details first. We know you, all of you have 100 questions each. We will answer all of them first. Okay. Even then, if something is left, you can ask at the end. Okay. Over to Vasu.
Thank you so much, Kiran sir, and a very, very big hi. So, for all the people who have joined on the call, this is a wonderful opportunity. My name is Vasu, and I work with the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and I will be quickly sharing my screen and telling you all about what Coolest Projects is and you know what is what exactly it is all about. If you have any questions, please make a note of it, and we will take all the questions once I'm done with the presentation, and then we can sort of have a free flowing conversation as to if you have any doubts, what is it about, how you can participate, how you can register. So, like I was saying, my name is Vasu. Full name is Vasundhara, but Vasu for all of you, Vasu for short. I work for the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and Raspberry Pi Foundation is basically a UK-based not-for-profit. It's a charitable organization, and the reason why we exist and the reason our mission, the something that we are all working towards is how do we get more young people involved in computing, digital making, programming. So the mission is to put the power of computing in basically in the hands of people from all over the world, and specifically younger people. Because, and when I say young people, I basically mean all of you who are learners, who are maybe in school, maybe who have just started college. Although learning is a never ending process, I am also still learning, but we specifically have focus programs for children up until the age of 18. And there are different things that we do. There are different programs that we run in India and globally, which reaches millions of people all over the world. And that includes direct content that we create for children. We also create direct to teacher experiences for educators. How those can be included in say in the form of lesson plans and things like that. But for children, we have lots and lots of amazing projects that you all can sort of use. And one of the things that we also do, because we know how exciting and how rewarding participating in a competition is, and challenges, as we know historically and empirically as well, that it has proven to be a very nice incentive for everyone to be a part of it, right? Like so for some people it drives that competitive edge. For some people it's about participating. It's a very sort of a universal language that everyone speaks. Everyone likes being part of a competition or a challenge. So Coolest Projects is the name of our flagship event. It's one of the biggest in the world, And the reason that why we conduct, why we host Coolest Projects is that it is a celebration of young people, celebration of the creations by the young creators like all of you, right? Like from all over the world. So, like I was saying, Coolest Projects is one of the world's leading technology showcase, which are obviously for children, like how you have a lot of these platforms for adults. Coolest Projects is one of the few that is focused for children. Sorry, and it is obviously for the children who are under the age of 18. Um, while a year and a half back, while Coolest Projects historically they have been physical in-person events, like the photos that you see over here, right? These are all children who are in that event participating, in person. Because of COVID, now I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, but fortunately for us, because of COVID, Coolest Projects has transitioned online, which gives us everyone from India a chance to participate in a global challenge in such a big sort of scale, because it is online, because Coolest Projects they have been running as physical events in US, UK, Ireland, and all the bigger countries that you can think of, but never in India as such. And I have been working in this, specifically focusing on this for the last 1.5 years. And one of my biggest things on my to-do list is have Coolest Projects India. But of course, because of COVID, we can't conducted this year. But for next year, that's one of the things that we have to sort of achieve. And how we can achieve is that we need to participate in great numbers in this year. This is our chance to sort of shine on a global platform. And when I say our chance, I mean all of us, right? All the learners who are on the call, all the mentors who are on the call, or the parents also who are on the call. It's a chance for your children to, for global exposure. And our aim is how can we reach more and more people. And one of my personal aim is how can we get more and more children from India to just make the world realize the scale that we have, the potential that we have. Like I was saying, challenges like Coolest Projects inspires and rewards innovation, creativity, entrepreneurship, and technology skills. Basically, if you have an idea and you put that idea, you create a project to sort of implement that idea, that sparks a lot of curiosity amongst you as well, right? Otherwise, you are, you're attending classes in school, then you're doing your extracurricular things. But these challenges sort of focus you towards one thing that you have been wanting to do. So participating in Coolest Projects is beneficial for everyone. Like I was saying, it's one of the most high profile events that we sort of conduct. And in the previous years, there is a very strong research team as well at the Raspberry Pi Foundation who, keeps track of these things through attitudinal questionnaires and all of these things. And we have seen that 82% of the young people that participate in Coolest Projects, they have seen, we have seen a shift in their confidence skills as well. So 82% of them said that they feel more confident, because presenting, creating, seeing your project, up there is another level. The power that it has, you will feel it, you will experience it when you do it. And close to 70% of our young people, of the learners that have been part of Coolest Projects before, they have expressed that they have become better problem solvers, and they are able to now teach also computing skills better to other people, right? So these are some of the benefits of taking part in a global challenge. And like I was saying, because now we are online, it's an amazing chance for all of us to sort of shine. How it works is that usual competitions have first prize, second prize, third prize. We are not going that way, but internally, if there is a mechanism that we can work out with Kiran sir, for sure, be up for it. But globally, as a standard wise, Coolest Projects have panel of VIP judges. And as you can see, these were the judges last year. And like you can see, global leaders like Tim Peake and Eben Upton are there. If you don't know them, please Google them after this session. You will get to know as to, these people are like leaders in their field, basically. And what happens is every project that you submit to Coolest Projects gets showcased in a gallery on the website, and then these VIP judges pick their favorites. So they also select their host of favorites, say 5 or 6 or 10 projects that they like really very much. That gets showcased as favorites from the judges, and that gets a special sort of place in the website as a gallery itself, like how other projects would. So this is the imagine the power. There's a game, say, most probably that you would have designed. You submitted it on Coolest Projects, and then you see the game up there on that platform, which are being seen by so many people around the world, by so many parents, by so many kids around the world. Um, I promise you that it's a very, very nice feeling to have. You know, a few things that you should keep in mind is we welcome all skill levels. So anyone who's up to the age of 18 years, they can participate. And projects with code, all skills of code are welcome, from beginner to advanced, from scratch to advanced programming. So there are 6 categories basically. Scratch is if I can say, the most popular language nowadays amongst children is Scratch. And block-based programming language. It's very colorful, very nice. One of my personal favorites. So Scratch is a special category. It's one category by itself. Then we have web development. So you can use your Java, you can use your CSS, you can use your HTML. Then there is another category called games. So if you have created any games, the games category. If you have developed any apps or you plan to develop any app, that will be mobile apps category. Then we have hardware. Basically, there are any hardware, Raspberry Pi, Arduino, Sensat, anything that you would want to sort of tinker with, that falls under hardware category. And then we have advanced programming. And why we have these categories is that we want to be very flexible. We want to be very open, and we want children to access Coolest Projects with whatever level of their coding journey they are on, right? And if you feel like having some doses of inspiration, please feel free to check out the guides that we have published on rpf.io/make a project, right? A couple of things that I want to also tell you is that the registrations have opened. Sorry, the registrations have opened. And the length of Coolest Projects is that it has been running from 1st February and it will run up until 3rd May. So you have, right now February is over, but you have March and April, 2 full months to create, the idea that you have, or the idea that now you will think of, and then execute it in form of a project, right? Like I was saying, all projects are welcome, all skills are welcome. There are 2 things that you can do. One is that you can participate in Coolest Projects individually. So you can participate in every category individually. So for example, you have a Scratch project, which is also a game. So you can submit that project as part of the games category. And if you have another Scratch project, which is not a game, but just a general Scratch project, you can submit that in the Scratch category as well. So you can submit up to 6 projects, different categories. So 1 category, 1 project each, right? If you don't want to participate individually and you like teamwork, you can form a team which can include up to 5 young people, again aged up to 18, right? And like I was saying, the categories are hardware, games, web, mobile apps, Scratch, and advanced programming. One of the few things that you need to sort of keep in mind is that the project should be written or presented in English. So say, for example, you are making a video of yourself, say in hardware. Say, for example, if you have made a robot, you will obviously have to video record it for the judges to see, right? So if you're presenting in that video, please make sure that you speak in English, because that's the global sort of language that we are now using. And just to reiterate, a panel of VIP judges will then select their favorites rather than winners, like I was saying. We have our website called coolestprojects.org. You will find all the details there. And the key dates to sort of keep in mind is 1st February, obviously, which is gone. So the idea registrations were open. And what is the difference between idea registration, project registration? Idea registration is that you just have an idea in your head, but you haven't started working on the full-blown project. Idea registration is just to save a seat in Coolest Projects for you. But by in no means that it it does not mean that in March, if you're registering a project in March, and if you haven't registered your idea, that you won't be able to participate. That's not the case at all. So you can start registering your projects as well from today or tomorrow, whenever you decide that, okay, this is the idea that I want to work on, this is the project that I want to work on. From mid-April is when our showcase gallery will go live. And showcase gallery is basically typically how any you go to a website and you see that, okay, this is the area dedicated to that. 3rd May, like I was saying, the registration will be closed, and from June we are going to celebrate all the young amazing creations that we will get from all of you. And just to reiterate, you're not only representing yourself in Coolest Projects, you're not only representing your school, you're not only representing Creative Learning, Kiran sir and his team, but you're representing your country, and which is a big thing. And that is why I want all of us to participate in huge numbers, so that people should remember, oh, India had X number of registrations, right? So that's what I wanted to sort of tell you. And one more important thing is, because it is a UK based company, we take data protection very seriously. We are bound sort of by the laws of GDPR, which is the global sort of data protection right. We do not gather any personal data from anyone who's under 13. So anyone who's on the call who's under 13, their parents or guardian will have to register for them. Anyone who's above 14, when you register, obviously your date of birth will be asked, and then we will understand that, okay, you are above 14, above 13, and then you will have like basic detailed questions like what's your name, email ID, and all of that. The rest, everything else that we do falls within our privacy guidelines, which is very strict. So do not at any point think that, okay, should I share my data? Should I share my name? And in case you have any problems with that, please feel free to reach out to Kiran sir or myself. I'm in the WhatsApp group. And just to quickly show you our policy, privacy policy guidelines, this is something that you will have to read by yourself as well when you are actually registering for Coolest Projects. So all of the information that we collect is up here. So what information we collect from you, and these are all the things that you can see. So we do collect name, address, gender, email address, and all of these basic things, right? But in case you have any problems with this, please feel free to reach out. And registering your project is very simple. In case you still have any queries, please feel free to post it in the WhatsApp group, or you can also go to the FAQ section on coolestprojects.org/help/. And of course, if you are on Twitter, if you want to see the latest updates, or if you want to share what you have been doing, please feel free to post it, tag me, tag Coolest Projects. That's how we will sort of get to know. And in case you have, like I was saying, please feel free to use the WhatsApp group, or if you want to email me, my email ID is also up there, which is basu@raspberrypi.org. And I think that's it. I would take a pause now and see if anyone has any question.
Yeah, there are a lot of questions. I have answered quite a few of them. One question I have not answered is, Dhriti, are we having live classes? She is asking.
Are we having live classes as in
training for?
So we do run live sessions to support people. which is the one of the things that we run is digital making at home. That's a live stream that happens by one colleague who's sitting in the UK and one colleague who's sitting in the US. So they run digital making at home, and and the streams from now up until May will be focused on coolest projects. So let me quickly send the link, the web page link over here, which people can check this out. So that is rpf.io/home. That's the live stream that we conduct every Wednesday, I think, if I'm not wrong. Otherwise, I will be conducting a lot of support sessions, for which I will then pass on the details to you, sir, and then we can, take it. We can just circulate that information on the WhatsApp group as well. But in March, I will be hosting a webinar, which will be basically taking in all the questions by learners, by partner organizations, by people who are getting involved in coolest projects. And if you want to join any live sessions or live classes, one of our partners, Code Tigers, it's a Delhi-based organization. They host live streams every Sunday.
I have a doubt, Akka.
Hold on, Shashank. Yeah, go ahead, Vasu.
Yeah. So
we should pay money for this, Akka.
No. So whatever we do, Shashank, and for all the people that are on the call, like Kiran sir, we are in this field, for collaborating, for creating some sort of positive social change. So anything that we do, anything that Raspberry Pi Foundation does or provides, any services, is at no cost. We charge no money at all.
And Chetna, it is not mandatory to use Raspberry Pi. You can create Scratch project, you can create IoT project, you can use Arduino, you can use anything. There is no, even though it's conducted by Raspberry Pi Foundation, they are not making it mandatory.
So if I create a Scratch project with my friend and I submit it, will the judges check all the Scratch projects together, or will they keep one screen with everything with code.org, Arduino and all, or will they just check the Scratch project separately?
Not sure I understood your question, but if your question is that if you have submitted a Scratch project, then you will send the link of that Scratch project, and that's what the judges will see. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Should we make a video for Scratch?
No, you have to send the Scratch link. You have to submit on MIT portal and just share it and just send the link.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Actually, I didn't understand the idea registration part. Could you please explain it again?
Sure. So basically, idea registration and project registration are not that different. Basically, idea registration is just a 3-step, warming people up, basically preparing young people to start thinking of ideas. So once they have registered their ideas, then they work on creating that project, and then they register their project. But for us, because it's already 27th February, and let's focus on project registrations, which is no different than, process wise, it will not be any different. So you can just go to this link. Let me just post that over here. So it's rpf.io/coolest. If you go here, you will be redirected to this particular site, and then there will be the option of take part. So once you click on take part, it will obviously then the standard questions that get asked, right? Details, date of birth, and basically you will be creating an account on Coolest projects. So you create an account, you get inside Coolest projects, you start filling in the basic details. Of course, now you don't have your project ready, you log out. In 3 weeks, 4 weeks time, when your project is ready, you go back to that Coolest projects login ID, and then you submit whatever is left, right?
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Where should we click after that link you sent now? What should we do to register?
So you will see take part button. If you see that there will be take, Like, let me quickly show it to you.
It's telling sign in or login, but there is no take part.
There is no take part. Let me
It's,
quickly.
it's saying you need to be over 13 to have a Raspberry Pi account.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, correctly. That's right. So if anyone is under 13, their parents or any guardian will have to create this account. So let me quickly show you this tab.
We have to use their mail ID to create the account.
Ideally, yes. And then obviously the email ID that you will use, which will be, your parents or your guardians, then they will have to keep checking their emails. That's one thing that you have to be sure of, right? So I'm here. I typed rtf.io/toolist, and this is where I come. So you can see take part over here, right? And you can see sign up login. So if you just click on take part, it will ask you all these basic, okay. Let me quickly. Yes. So now either I can log in or I can sign up, right? So if obviously all of us are new, so I will go to sign up, and then I'll see what are the basic questions that they ask. And obviously, like I told you, you need to be over 13 to register yourself. So expected project name, category, so which is the one of the categories that you want to fill. And I don't know if you remember this, whether I told this to you or not, but you can participate in all the categories, one project each. And here you describe your idea basically, and please make sure that you click this box, because this is how you will then get information about, okay, 1 month left, or the judges have selected their favorites or something like those things, and then you hit register. And like I was saying, you can edit your idea. Say for example, I don't have a project name right now. I just put in Vasu's big project idea. Right? Now, of course, I don't want my project name to be this. Like after 1 month, when I come back, when my project is all ready, I come here and I see that, okay, this is probably not the best project name. I can edit any of these fields at any time, at any later stage as well. Does that answer? Does that have sort of get more clarity?
So do we have any deadline for registering our idea?
Yes. So the deadline for registering ideas is not idea. So let's talk about, let's just think ideas/projects. Okay. So when I say ideas, I mean projects only. Deadline is 3rd May. So like I was saying this, let me quickly show you this slide so that you will.
Can we even register on the 1st of April?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me, please?
Can we also register on the 1st of April?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So you can register up until 2nd May also. 3rd May is when it closes, as you can see over here. So let's forget about this, okay? Because anyways, February is over. So now from 1st onwards, you can just start registering your projects, which also means that you are saving a spot for yourself, right? So
is idea registration not compulsory?
yes, idea registration is not mandatory at all. Perfect. That's exactly what it is.
How should we post our ideas?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me, please?
How should we send our link to who should see our games or other things?
Right. Good question. Once you create an account, you will have once you create an account, you will get a form. So there will be an option which says link to the project. So if you have created a Scratch project, so give the online Scratch editor link, and please make sure that it works. So that's how you will send the link. So it can be anything, right? It can either be a Scratch project, it can either be a video, but anything that you create will have a unique link, and there will be a field of inputting the link to the project.
Okay, thank you.
Any question that I have left in the chat because is this individual or can we team up with our friends? Yes, you can team up with your friends. A group of 5, up till 5 is what is accepted, and you can obviously participate individually as well. Is there any other question that I have left, Kiran sir, on the chat, or
No, I have answered the rest.
okay.
Are there specific age categories or everybody has to participate without an age category?
There is no specific age category. The categories are Scratch, games, animation, hardware, advanced programming. But sorry.
No, in the sense that if 13-year-olds participate against 18-year-olds, it wouldn't be fair.
That's right, and that's why we did it. That's why that was one of the learnings that we had. That's why we do capture date of birth, so we will categorize in our backend like that. But that's why we now have different categories, but we don't have like, okay, grade 1 to grade 3, grade 4 to grade 7, because since it's a global competition, those standards are very difficult to sort of maintain all over the world, because our 4-year-old, not 4-year-old, but our grade 4 going student who may be 12-13-year-old might be just different from a child who's going to grade 4 in Scotland. That age difference is very difficult to sort of standardize, and that's why we have different categories. So what usually happens is that Scratch is for younger learners, advanced programming is for 17-18-year-olds mostly.
Vasu, there are exceptions. Even Meghana knows we have Advait and Chinmay who are in 7th standard who are way better than 18-year-olds.
Amazing, right?
All of them knows about it.
Perfect. Vikram, sir, do they take online classes? So we support people who take online classes. I assume that you're already in one. So, but in case you want to join the live stream, rpf.io/home is what the link you should, keep following. Otherwise, I'm going to be running support sessions. I'm going to be running, support webinars and sessions for the Indian audience, and our team which sits in Ireland and UK are also going to be running support sessions as well, which the details you can find out over in this short link. rpf.io/C calls. So double C and calls. Sir, it is telling me that we need to be over 13 to have a Raspberry Pi account. Yes, Manasvi, you do need to be over 13 because that's the GDPR, the data protection laws that we are bound with. So, you will have to use your parents' ID.
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
If I am lower than 30, can we use others' mail ID?
You are not supposed to. Please ask your parents to use their ID.
Yes, my parents' ID only.
No. Ask them to register you. You don't do it on behalf of them.
If you are under 13, please make sure that your parents are registering for you, or say a teacher or a guardian is registering for you. Not sure which code is this. The PIN code?
No. I think she's asking if it is Python code, then they have to submit Python.
Yes.
PIN code I have already answered. I think postal code they are not used to because we are used to code here.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Please go ahead, Pawan.
Can I also use code.org? It is not mentioned in that in the manual.
You mean to say when you want to?
Means while creating projects, I want to create in code.org. So can I upload from code.org also?
So I'm not very aware. I'm not very much familiar.
Let me answer that. Yes, you can. Basically, nobody is going to. Anyway, you have to save first somewhere, right? Scratch project you will save on MIT portal. Similarly, code.org projects you have to save it on code.org. Then you can just take that link and submit.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
If you don't want to make it public so that other people might copy your idea, you can save locally and submit the code. That is also okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Sir, so which category does it fall under? Code.org.
There are 5 categories. You have to register under one of them and submit it. There is no age-based category. It's based only on technology.
No, I'm asked, I have a doubt that in which category should we submit code.org projects in Scratch only?
No. That is different. Scratch category is different. Code.org is different. Code.org also has got app and there is blog.
Okay.
There are several varieties.
So say for example, Pawan, you create a game on code.org, right? Then it will fall under a game. Then it will fall under the games category. And then you can just post the code.org link in the area which will ask you for that.
Yeah, thank you. Understood.
My suggestion is get started. When the time comes for you to submit, then if you have any doubt, then you can quickly check with us.
Yes.
Because
Sir,
most of
I have a doubt.
we have ensured it is self-explanatory and quite intuitive.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Go ahead, Manasvi.
Sir, in the Scratch category, it means that we can upload our project in through any version of Scratch, like Scratch 3.
Currently, only 3 is supported. So use 3 only because it has a lot of interesting features.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
even uploads the Scratch projects from scratch.mit.edu.
Yeah, that's easier. Just
Yes.
save it on, share it on scratch.mit.edu. Then just give the link.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how can we upload Python projects?
You register and then they will. It is quite intuitive. You have to submit the code.
And depending on what you have created in Python.
Yeah, Taranum Sultana, do you have any question?
Can we use HTML to code, sir?
Yes, HTML, CSS, anything.
Thank you.
So all the categories, right? They are all platform agnostic, and in the sense that except one category, Scratch is obviously dependent on Scratch, but all the other categories, it's open to all. Say for example, you want to use HTML to create a website, so that will fall under the web development category, right? So and say for example, I don't want to use HTML, I want to use something else, that will also fall under the same category. So all the other categories are sort of platform agnostic, except Scratch. There was one question in the chat. When should we register? Registrations have opened, like I said. Think about the ideas first. What is it that you want to create, right? A lot of people, if I can say it in a way, that why do we use technology? Technology is there. Why are we learning all of this, right? To make our lives easier, to solve a few problems. So in case, this is one way of thinking, right? Otherwise, we can just go straight out, you have an idea, you want to create a story, great. But say, for example, a few of the advanced learners who are also there, you see a problem that can be solved by technology. Think about it. Think about the idea. Give it a week. Give it 2 weeks. I would say get that brain working. Think about ideas. Think about problems that affect you. And if you can come up with a solution to solve it through technology by expressing yourself creatively through technology, and then start, because you have 2 months. As of now, if you want to register, because there is no one thing which I sort of forgot to mention, I'm really sorry. One thing is that, of course, there are 2 months. Of course, you should take time, but you can also save yourself a seat, save yourself a spot by just creating that login. When you create that login, 3rd May, Chirantan, 3rd May is when the registration will close. But by registering now, what you will do is your ID will get created. You will be there. So I would also know that, okay, X number of people are there from India, and this I know is from this group, correct? And then you have time to think about, develop your idea, evolve your idea, ideate, create, prototype, all of that. You have all the time for the next 2 months, right? Another important thing is that your projects, when you are finally submitting the projects, your projects need not be finished. And I'm not talking about Scratch, or I'm not talking about something which is straightforward. Say, for example, one of my aim is to say build a robot. Okay. And my idea is there. I have started working on it, but until 3rd May, I am not able, under whatever circumstances, I'm not able to finish my project. Okay. That does not stop you from participating in Coolest projects. So your projects need not be finished in order to be submitted. They can be in the prototype stage as well, because a few of the projects that people submit are really, massive ideas. How do you solve this social problem of e-waste, right? Like, I think last year one of the people submitted this idea, and of course it was not in the final production stage, but it was in the testing phase. So you can still submit that. You can video record yourself. You can create an entire presentation. Like I said, you can also go back to the last year's showcase and see what are the kind of projects that people submitted. So you will get ideas from there as well. For now, just spend some time as to what is it that I want to create a project on. What is it that I want to invest my next 2 months in, right? And if you register, if you create an account, then your spot is saved. You can at any time come back, edit it, change it. Abhi, if you feel like, okay, I just want to participate in Scratch, I have this project which I have already created. I'll put in my project name, I'll put in the link, and then you realize, okay, I don't want to, I created something new. You can go back, edit it completely. Okay, it's your account on Coolest Projects, which you can access anytime.
Is there a maximum number of projects on one category?
Yes, very good question. You can participate in all the categories with one project each. So one project each in each category. So you can submit up to a total of 6 projects, in fact.
Is there
in all the 6 categories, that is.
Is there a limited amount of people who can register? Like, for example, only 5,000, or how many ever people are there they can register?
How many ever people? How many ever? The aim is to, scale it. The aim is as many people as we can. We have set one internal aim, which I personally want to sort of cross. We should get 5,000 people from India only, because imagine how many of us we are. We have 1.37 billion people, out of which how many children, and so many children are now getting into this, digital literacy. So yeah, as many children, as many people from all over the world can participate, and my personal aim is maximum people from India, but of course. Dhriti, it's very intuitive. Create your login and you would automatically know. I would have to go in my account, and because I don't have the earlier fields filled, I will not be able to show you, but it's very intuitive. When you are doing it, when you have created your project, and then if you face any problem, please reach out to us. Please reach out to us via WhatsApp, or you already have my ID. I'm just going to email my ID again over here. Not email, put it in the chat.
And honestly, encountered a problem. It was an interesting problem, folks. This is again, all of you can take note of it. When you are creating a password, give a strong password. A strong password means it has to be minimum 8 characters. Use a combination of alphanumeric, that means alphabets, number, and special characters also. And you use all the 3 and don't use any regularly used names. And don't use consecutive ABC 1, 2, 3 like that.
Yes.
That is the one which you are getting, Manasvi. There is nothing to worried about it.
Okay.
Yes, Pawan, you can. If you have submitted a project, you can end at any time. You can go back, edit it, delete it, submit a completely fresh project as well.
Okay, I have a doubt.
Yes, please go ahead.
Do you conduct coolest projects every year?
Yes, we do. And next year, Kiran sir knows my biggest aim is to conduct coolest projects as a physical event in person in India. And all of us, all of you all will be invited to it. Most probably we'll be doing it in Bangalore or Delhi. Not sure. But the aim is that this year we should get so many people from India that next year they should come to me that, okay, Vasu, take this much money and conduct coolest projects in India, because you have so many people in India excited about coolest projects. So yes, we do it annually every year. Last year also we did it, and it has been happening for so many years. So yeah, but all these years it has been physical in-person sessions. This is like online is the first time that we are trying it. Well, the second time, first time for India that we are focusing on coolest projects a lot. Yeah.
If we team up, if one person sends the link, should we inform them that it was a team, not individual?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me, please?
When we team up and make a project, and if one person sends the link, should we inform them that it was a teamwork, not an individual?
Very good question. So when you're registering as a team, you will get the option of registering all the names of your team members as well. So there will be a field of when you will be asked whether this is an individual submission or it will be a team project. And once you do team project, you will get the all the required fields.
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
If I create one code.org and submit it to you, I wanted to edit that, and can I send another that only with code.org?
Yes, any link that you submit can be edited on later.
I have a doubt.
Yes, please go ahead, Dhruti.
Now I have created an idea.
Right.
How can I paste the link of my Scratch project there?
You have created an account, right?
Yes, I have created an account and I have also created an idea.
Amazing. So just wait for 2 more days. Project registrations, like I was saying, will open from 1st March. So
Okay.
that once it is open, you will get all the fields.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
And one more, wow, if once we register, it will be forever till this ends?
Once you register, it will be?
Till the end of this project, or it will go and we should register again when we submit?
No. Once you've registered, you've registered. You don't need to keep registering.
When will they announce the winners of the coolest project?
From
Is there like a winners?
Right. So, like I was saying, we have a VIP panel of judges. They will select their favorites. So, if you are in the favorites panel, then you can assume that you have won. But I would say that participation is the spirit. Like, key to sort of be in this environment is participation, and that's something you should achieve. Aim for, and you should obviously aim for being one of the favorites, the first favorite from India, right? We have never had any favorite from India up until now, and I'm very, very hopeful that one of you or two of you or all of you will be favorites for the judges that we get. But there's no first, second, and third. There are all projects are welcome. Like I was saying, all projects will have their own space in the showcase. And the judges will select their favorites, and that we will start celebrating from June, because up until 3rd May we are taking in all the projects, and then March, April you will keep submitting your projects. May is when we close the registrations, and then we will spend some time looking at all these projects, and then the favorites, then the judges will select their favorites, and from June we will start celebrations. So we will keep, like, I will publish a blog. If someone gets selected from India, I will publish a blog on them, and all of those things will happen. I will give them a shout out on social media and all of those.
So let's say we submit a project and the judges choose us as a winner. What are we going to get? Are we going to be part of the Raspberry Pi Foundation?
I'm sorry. You if you get selected as one of the favorites, that's a prize in itself, because these people will be global leaders in that sense. You will have your created thing, your project will be online, will be viewed by thousands of people. So that's an achievement in itself. And you're all part of Raspberry Pi Foundation in any case, right? So you're all part of the family.
Yeah, Tarun, just to let you know, Eben Apton is the founder of Raspberry Pi, and Michelle Resnick is the founder or creator of Scratch.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Go ahead, Suti.
Ma'am, can you please explain how to create the account?
There is a lot of videos. We will share the link to the videos, and you go ahead and attempt. If you get stuck, then you WhatsApp either me or Vasu. So we will help.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a doubt.
Samanvita, go ahead.
If we once give the name of our project, can we change the project name once we do?
Yes, you can. You can at any point of time you can come back to your account and edit anything that you like.
I have a doubt.
Yes, yes. Can we have Manasvi first and then Tarannum, please?
So, what do the judges like select their favorites? Is it based on difficulty or something like that?
Very good question, Manasvi. The judges look at a few things which I can share more formally with you on WhatsApp as well. But a few things that I can share as of now is complexity of code. First of all, whether the project is running or not, right? If the project is running, that means it's an eligible entry. How cool is the code? How complex is the code? Is there a clear storyline? You know, is the project solving a real social problem? These are one of the few things that form an internal sort of criteria when people are sort of selecting. But I will share it more, in much more sort of formal manner with you once you have started creating, so that you can, keep these things in mind as well.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No worries.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
So, if we are in the favorite panel, so what will we get?
You will of course get a certificate.
Okay.
And the fact that you will be there in the favorite panel of these judges, that itself is an achievement, like I said. And we can probably, so the certification part is, like I said, it's very clear. If you're a favorite, then you get a different certificate. If you are, and everyone will get a certificate, by the way. Everyone who participates will get a participation certificate. And if someone who's a favorite will get a favorite differently designed certificate. But everyone will get certificates.
Okay.
Pavan, you should press sign up. Please press sign up.
How will we get the certificate? But post on mail or something else?
You will get a soft copy email.
Okay.
First we have to register and then we have to log in and sign up.
Register and sign up, both are same.
Yes. Just press take part and then fill those details. You will be registered and /signed up. And then you can, please make sure that you don't forget your email ID, the email ID that you've used, and the password, the strong password, like Kiran sir said. Please create a strong password. Don't forget that password.
Should we register by Monday or?
Yeah.
Can we register after Monday?
Yes, you can register. You can register from Monday.
Okay.
just to be on the safe side, because UK and India timings are a little off, you can start registration from 2nd March. Let's just, let's just decide that you can start registration from 2nd.
Okay.
Chitkala, did you have your hand raised up? Do you have a question?
I just wondered if there was like a maximum number for the favorites, or can it be like any number?
Ah, wow. Already thinking about the end outcome, huh, Chitkala? Very nice. I don't have a number to give you, unfortunately, as of now. But I'm sure that as we progress, our team will internally sort of have discussions over it. It's actually a very good point, and I'm going to take it back to my team and have some more clarity.
And I wish all the projects are so good and they will have trouble in fixing them.
Exactly.
I have a question.
That's the hope, sir. Yes, go ahead.
To take part in Raspberry Pi, we should take the link as https:// and something else, take part at last. What should we take the link to open our account?
Let me
after registration.
Don't worry.
Okay, so
what we will do is, I think here it is getting overwhelming. In the WhatsApp group, we will send the link to register explicitly. So you can take it there, because I have already put it multiple times. I think it is getting overwhelmed.
I have a question.
No, what should we type the link after registration to open our account?
No. First step is you have to sign up. That is you creating your account. Next step is you registering your project. Okay. As of now, only after March 1st you can register your project. As of now, you can only create your account.
Okay. I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes, please go ahead.
Is it mandatory that the project code must be at the complex level? It must be complex, or can it be like easy?
It can be anything, Manasvi, that you like.
Yes, thank you.
Someone has their hand raised up. Please go ahead. Feel free to unmute and talk.
Ma'am, I had a doubt that I'm logging in and given as you said, but it's telling that there's an error.
You take the screenshot and WhatsApp either to me or Vasu. We will help you.
Okay, sir.
Make sure that you have put in the right password and all of that. Can we submit? Can we submit our previous projects? Taranum, it's a call that you have to take. If your previous projects have not been seen, like if we haven't seen, if the judges that we will get as part of the panel, if they haven't seen, of course, you can submit those. But I would request you to, start with a new idea, start with something fresh. But if you have amazing projects that you have created, which you are part of, which you want to sort of share, please feel free. That's not a problem at all.
Can we enter in both as a team and also individual?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me?
Can we enter both as a team and also as an individual?
No.
Can you upload multiple projects?
Yes, you can upload multiple projects, but in different categories, and every category has a limit of 1. So you can, one category, one project each.
If you're working,
will there be a certain amount of certificates made for favorites?
Will there be certain amount of certificates?
Made for favorites?
No, there is no limit. If all of you are favorites, everyone will get a certificate.
If we are working as a team, then how can we submit our projects?
The process will be very simple. The form will be very intuitive, and you will get to see how it sort of progresses. If you're submitting as a team, you will get the right, whatever the fields that will be there, you will get the right field, and you will be sort of able to manage. Don't worry. In case you do, in case you face any sort of problems, like Kiran sir said, you all have our personal numbers. You can reach out to us.
Okay. Will there be a different
Excuse me?
If we create a team, will we get a certificate for each of them, or will the group get only one certificate?
Individual certificates.
Yeah, thank you.
Excuse me, if we make a game, suppose if I make a game in Scratch, should we upload it in the Scratch category or in the games category?
The decision is left up to you. It's on the creators. It's totally a decision call that you have to take. I would say if you are making a game specifically, submit it on games in the games category, so that you can submit any other project in Scratch as well.
Yes, thank you.
Sanjana, you were saying something.
Is there a different certificate for a team and a different certificate for an individual?
No, it will be the same. It will all be recognizing, acknowledging the work that all of you have done.
I have a doubt. If we make a game, will it be posted in the App Store or Coolest Projects store?
It will be on coolestprojects.org.
Thank you.
I love the name whoever has joined by The Promise. The Promise. Any other?
By the way, the promise.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
I'm asking the person with the name, The Promise.
Yeah.
So let us know the real name.
Let us know the name.
Javeria.
What is that?
It's me, Javeria.
Javeria, okay.
Hi, Radha.
Please go ahead.
Ma'am, if we do a math game, should it be in the Scratch or it should be in the games, ma'am?
If you have created a game, my personal recommendation would be to submit it in the games category, so that you still have the scope and flexibility to submit something in Scratch as well. If you have created a game on Scratch, I would request you to do it submit it in the games category itself, so that you still have the chance for Scratch.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other
Can
question?
we also create an app and submit it as the project?
Sorry, can we also create an app on not on Scratch but on something else? Yes.
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 Okay.
Go ahead, Pawan.
If we have created an app, which categories it will come?
Mobile app category.
Okay, thank you.
Samanvi?
It's Samanvita.
Samanvita, sorry, because my screen is... I'm really sorry. Go ahead, Samanvita.
Ma'am, can we only create on Scratch, code.org, or can we create a model?
What? Sorry, I didn't get your question properly.
Should we create
Restrict yourself
only
to
on,
Scratch.
should we only do the project on Scratch or code.org, or can we do models like
Oh, yes.
our
Oh, yes. That will be more than awesome. Yeah. You don't have to feel
But
anything.
how can we present it?
You can video record yourself and then submit that video, the link of that video.
Okay.
But make sure you're talking in English in the video.
Okay.
Anything else?
Samanvita, you are asking, your error is because the CAPTCHA, that is the technique which the computer uses to ensure you are not a robot. So they are giving some random characters which you have to enter properly. You have to re-enter that.
Okay, sir. Ma'am, can we make a simple project on Arduino?
Whatever you feel it's creative, go ahead and make it.
Yes, 100%. Any other queries? And like Kiran sir was saying, right now we're just starting. This is the first time that we're talking about this, right? We can have many more interactions like this. We are all in one WhatsApp group. Feel free to share your queries over there. And I will make sure that any live stream that is coming up, any support session that is coming up, I will post all that information on the group.
Okay. Ma'am, in which category should Arduino project should post it, ma'am?
I think hardware.
Okay, ma'am.
So I think we have spent close to an hour now, more than an hour. So if you still have any question, please do post it on the WhatsApp. We will answer that, so that I'm sure there will be a lot of repetitive questions. And I'm also going to share today's recording so that you can listen to that. Quite a few have already been answered. I think Vasu have to go and attend a marriage. Thanks a lot. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And thanks a lot, everybody, and have a nice evening. See you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock to show your creative creations, which you have done over last 1 week.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Bye,
sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
I'll take
Bye,
your
ma'am.
leave, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye,
much for
sir.
inviting me.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, and
Thank you,
bye.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, Manasvi.